All right, yellow weather alert day today. Our main primary threat is going to be the potential for some flooding. We have that flood watch across all of 5 country. Our second threat is going to be the potential for some hail and maybe just a brief spin up heading into the evening. Again, our main threat is going to be all the water that we're going to see on those roadways heading into the next 24 hours. This flood watch continues from this evening all the way out until Friday evening, again, all across 5 country. Warm temperatures this morning. This is because we had all that cloud coverage overnight last night heading to this morning, keeping us warm, still in the high 60s across northwest Arkansas, even seeing some 70s across the river valley. Warm temperatures continue throughout most of the day today. It feels muggy outside. You can feel that humidity, but we're going to see those storms start to move in heading into the evening hours tonight. Big time warm up. Obviously, a couple days ago, we saw even freeze warnings from this past weekend. Now we're well into the 60s and 70s to start off our Thursday. Yes, yeah, we're seeing wind gusts peaking up near 40 miles per hour heading into today. That's going to be throughout the rest of the day today. We're going to see those wind gusts pretty strong. They start to die off once we get into the afternoon, closer towards the evening hours, but the sustained winds are going to be over 15 miles an hour pretty much all day today. So another windy day today expected. Mostly cloudy skies. Evening storms expected across mainly northwest Arkansas this evening, starting at around 6 p.m. That wind coming up from the south is going to keep temperatures warm today. The river valley seeing temperatures reaching up into the mid 70s today as well. Mostly cloudy skies. The main threats for the river valley don't come until we get into early on Friday morning through Friday afternoon. Taking a look at the breakdown of when and what we're expecting. Again, Thursday around lunchtime, we're expecting to see the showers across northwest Arkansas, eventually working into the river valley. We're going to see some of those pop-up showers as well. And then once we get into Thursday evening, this evening, once we're expecting that severe weather to start to move in, mainly across northwest Arkansas. But you see here, the river valley is pretty dry as we head into this evening. Now, once we get into the late evening, that's when we're expecting to see that second round start to come on through. And it's going to be, again, mainly affecting northwest Arkansas. Once this line comes through heading into Friday morning, that's when we're going to see our main threats moving into the river valley. This starts at around 7 a.m. is when we're going to see those first or the second and third rounds of that rainfall. And right here is this torrential downpours that we're going to see of some rain heading into Friday morning, into Friday afternoon, even closing in on Friday evening. We're expecting to see that rainfall continue. Finally, once we get to the late evening on Friday, we're going to be left with just some mostly cloudy skies. So we have that upgraded risk for tonight, that level 2 slight risk across northwest Arkansas is going to be our main threat. Again, that flash flooding risk is going to be number 1. Hail potential is going to be our second threat. And then we do have a chance for a brief spin up heading into this evening. Our main threats for Friday are going to be further off towards southeastern Arkansas, but we're going to be left with that level 1 and 2 risk for Friday morning. Here's our threats heading into tonight and carrying into Friday morning. Again, low chances for a tornado, but you can't rule out the possibility of a brief spin up. Hail is going to be a concern heading into tonight, but really, again, the main threat that we're focusing on is going to be the potential for that flash flooding. And here's why. Again, with that inch of rain that we saw on Tuesday, we're just going to add on to the potential for our weekly total closer to 5 inches of rainfall. You see on the screen right there, we're seeing anywhere from 1 to 2, possibly 3+ inches of rain just in the span of this evening heading into Friday evening. So let's cover those threats one more time. 2 to 5 inches of rain expected. 2, turn around, do not drown. Again, we've been saying it all morning. Do not try to attempt to drive through those flooded roadways if you can avoid it. Hail and gusty winds are going to be potential heading into tonight with those 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts possible. And then again, multiple systems affecting your forecast heading through the rest of the evening tonight. Yellow weather alert day. You can focus on the weekend to try to get you through these storms tonight, because this weekend we're going to see 60s and plenty of sunshine.
Well, we don't need to be out during this weather this evening anyway, right? We've got somewhere we need to be.
We're going to be inside watching the game tonight, hopefully at home, or you're going to be outside somewhere, or not outside, but out somewhere watching the game. Of course, we want to avoid those times. We're going to be on our digital platforms tonight because you got the game on CBS on 5 News tonight.
For sure. 6:15. Don't want to miss it, right?
Yeah, of course.
All right. Thanks so much, Stephen. All right. There is a new warning from the DEA on the dangers of fentanyl mixed with a drug used by veterinarians.
The DEA says that drug traffickers use it to intensify the opioid high for longer periods of time.
Yeah. 5 News reporter Rachel Williams has more.